Hi guys, Super Mario Luffy here, and today I want to show you the best gear set for SMGs. I'm comparing today the Alpha Bridge set with the Predators Mark set and the Banshee set. First, I want to show you in the shooting range how many damage I make, and then you see the whole stats from this testing part. So I'm starting with the Alpha Bridge set. In my Alpha Bridge set, I'm using responsive, vicious, fierce, unforgiving, deadly, and competent. On my base weapon I use for all the stats, I got responsive, fierce, and vicious. So my base damage here with my Alpha Bridge set is 16,128. Yeah, my critical hit chance is 36 and hit damage 111 and headshot damage 61. I got the same stats on each gear set, so on Banshee set and on Predator set, but on Alpha Bridge it's a bit different because of the 4-piece bonus with the 6 talents. So here is the testing part. My base damage is, because I got responsive, 70,741, and my critical hit damage is 37,433. So on my headshot damage, my base damage on the headshots are 28,474, and with critical hits 48,166. This is with 5,850 firearms. I'm using the same firearms on each set. So here with competent I got more damage. Just without crit 31,186 and with crit 52,758. Here with unforgiving I got normal damage 33,898 and critical hit damage 57,541. So just with one segment, missing one segment, and competent. Here again, body damage with competent and unforgiving. So here without unforgiving and without competent. My body damage, I got here total 31 critical hits, 35 normal hits. My critical hit damage 37,433, normal damage 70,741. Whole total normal hit damage is 620,935 and critical hit damage is 1,160,423. At the total damage, normal hit damage and critical hit damage is 1,700,081, 358. So now I'm comparing this with competent. If I'm using competent, the critical hit stays the same because the sample is the same here with the body shot. Just adding competent to that. So the crit hit damage with competent is 40,998 and my normal damage is 19,430. So if you want to see the whole stats, go to the end, you see the whole stats. Now my normal hit damage is 680,650 and my critical hit damage is 1,270,938. In total it is 1,951,588. So it's much higher with competent and without competent. But the whole summary to the end of this long video. So now Alpha Bridge body shots with competent and unforgiving within one segment. The critical hits and normal hits stays the same. My critical hit damage here is 44,563 and my normal damage is 21,120. So it's much higher than with just competent. Yeah. At the whole, my normal hit damage is 739,100 and my critical hit damage is 1,381,453. In total is 2,120,353. So it's a lot damage here. So now we will see how it's look like to Banshee and Predators sets. But before that, I wanna watch how much damage on headshot damage I do with this set. So be excited on that. So if you trust me and don't wanna watch the whole video because it's very long, you can go to the end. Then you got the whole summary of each set, normal damage, headshot damage, and so on, with competent, without competent, with unforgiving, and yeah, and so on. So let's go to the Alpha Bridge normal headshot damage. I got here 28 critical hits and normal hits 38 because my ammo is 66. My critical hit damage here is 48,166 and my normal damage is 28,474. So at the whole, my normal hit damage is 1,082,012 and critical hit damage is 1,348,648. Total headshot damage is here 2,430,660. It's a lot higher than body damage, but headshot damage you got the extra headshot damage bonus. I got 61 headshot damage bonus here. So now let's compare this with just competent. We're adding competent to these stats because this is on my Alpha Bridge set. The headshot damage would be much higher if I got brutal on my talents, but in PvP my opinion is body shots because they're jumping the whole time from one point to the other. Yeah, so I don't choose. I'm going to for deadly, not brutal. So here Alpha Bridge headshot damage with competent. The critical hits and the normal hits stays the same because the same sample. Critical hit damage is 52,744. Normal damage is 31,186. At the whole, my normal hit damage here is 1,185,068 and my critical hit damage is 1,477,112. In total, it's 400k higher than without competent, 662,180. Yeah, it's a lot dealing with one mag. So 66 bullet in one mag. I deal in if I hit every bullet. So this example is just for if you're hitting every bullet. In the shooting range, it's easy to hit every bullet, but it's the total damage if I hit every bullet. So now Alpha Bridge headshot damage with competent and unforgiving with missing one segment. The critical hits stays the same, 28, and the normal hits 38. My critical hit damage is 57,541 and my normal damage is 33,898. My normal hit damage 1,288,124. and my critical hit damage is 1,611,148. In total, the headshot damage is 2,899,272. It's almost 3 million here damage with one mag. It's crazy damage output with just almost 6,000 firearms, 5,850. Just on each sets the same firearms, the same crit hit damage, the same crit chance, the same headshot damage. So it's pretty cool. So let's go to the Banshee set. My base damage is here 15,360. The same firearms you see on the top. Critical hit chance is 36.5%. My critical hit damage 96%, and headshots damage still the same, 61%. So here, wearing Banshee set. So let's go to the example. Here I'm dealing 80,586 because of the 3 piece bonus from the Banshee set. My critical hit damage is 36,428. So I'm not able to show you this with the 4 piece bonus because shooting range, and there are no rogues at the shooting range, so it's can't. But I got the calculation with the 4 set bonus too, so don't worry about that. So, and in the head, I'm dealing normal damage. Head in the head is 29,830 and 47,627 in the head with critical hit. So it's a lot. Almost 50k in the head with the Banshee, just the 3 piece bonus. So let's see the overall stats from the 3 piece bonus. I got here 29 critical hits, normal hits 37. My critical hit damage here is 36,428, and my normal damage is 18,586. It's including responsive and this 3 set bonus. My normal damage at whole is 687,682, and my critical hit damage is 1,056,412. So let's go to the headshot damage from the 3 pieces of Banshee. Critical hits, there are 22, and normal hits 44. My critical hit damage here is 47,627, and my normal damage is 29,830. The normal damage at whole is 1,312,520, and my critical hit damage is 1,047,794. Total 2,360,314. So I'm excited how that watch to the alpha bridge, but that we see to the end of this video and some summary of headshot damage and basic damage on the body. So now we go to the Banshee set on the body shot for the 4 piece bonus with the 4 piece bonus. So you get 10% more to rogues. And if you're a rogue, your damage resistance is 10% higher. But we're just looking at the damage, so we take the 4 piece bonus to hunt rogues. So let's go. The critical hits here are 29 I made, and my normal hits are 37. Critical hit damage here is 40,071, and my normal damage is 20,444. Normal damage is 750 56,428, and critical hit damage is 1,162,059. The whole total damage 1,918,487. I think it's not that high that the 4-piece bonus with Alpha Bridge with competent or competent and unforgiving missing one segment, but I can't remember the exact dates and exact numbers, but I think Alpha Bridge was a bit higher than that. But we just take a look to the end. Now we go to the Predator set. It was pretty hard to count the Predator set because of the bleeding effects. I just watch it with, don't care. So let's see the numbers of the Predator set. At the Predator I got damage, normal damage 16,000 and so on. So let's go to the shooting range. My normal damage is here 18,246, and if I got a crit, my crit damage is 35,762. So you can control it, how many critical hits I made here. You will see after that. This was pretty hard. And the bleeding effect here is 15,783, and 9 times it's 17,972. It's really hard to count. So the headshot damage is at normal 29,284, and with critical hit 46,800. I got here 8 times bleed effect with 20,042, 8 times with 24,087. But here the summary of that. Critical hits, I got 27 critical hits here, normal hits 39, critical hit damage 35,762. My normal damage 18,246. My normal damage is every time included with responsive. Don't forget that. My bleed damage here is 19 times 15,783 and 9 times 70,972. The normal damage is 711,594. My critical hit damage is 965,574. Bleed effect 461,624, and the total 2,138,793. I think that is the highest number we had, but I don't know exactly. But we know it in a few minutes. So then let's carry on to the headshot damage with the Predators mark set. I'm excited how that deals to Alpha Bridge and Banshee. At the Banshee bonus, the 4-set bonus, I can't get that with the headshot because I got in the shooting range there are no rogues, so I can't do that. So sorry for that, guys. So let's go to the headshot damage on Predator's mark. I got here 30 critical hits and 36 normal hits. My critical hit damage here was 46,800 and my normal damage 29,284. I got here 8 times bleed effect with 20,043, 8 times with 24,871, and 8 times 21,585. So the whole normal damage I made here is 1,054,224. My critical hit damage 1,404,000. My bleed effect is 531,922, and total damage is here almost 3 million with 2,990,216. It's almost 3 million with almost 6,000 firearms, 5,850 firearms. I got in the head 3 million damage output with the Predators mark set with my MP5. It's insane. It's I think it's the best set Predators mark. But now we go to the summary of this whole thing with this experimental thing, and I hope it helps you if you choose one of these gear set items. So I'm excited. I'm just using it right now, Alpha Bridge, but I don't know if Predator or Banshee is better. I'll switch to that. So let's see the overall stats. I got body damage. Alpha Bridge with Competent and Unforgiving is 2,120,353. Alpha Bridge with only Competent without Unforgiving is 1,951,588. My Alpha Bridge without Competent Unforgiving, just with Responsive, Vicious, Fierce and Deadly. I got here 1,781,358 damage output. So let's compare it to the Banshee. Banshee with just 3 pieces. I got here 1,744,094 damage output. It's less than Alpha Bridge without two talents, and the Banshee 4-piece bonus is 1,091,918,487. It's higher than Alpha Bridge with only Competent, it's higher than that. And Predator's mark is 2,138,793 damage output. So if you hit every bullet from your mag, you get at Predator's mark the most damage output because of the bleeding effect. If you don't get the bleeding effect, yeah, it's close between Alpha Bridge and Predator's mark. Alpha Bridge which only Competent, it's almost 200,000, and if you don't hit every bullet with Predator's mark, you got not that much bleed effect, so it's very close here. So let's compare the headshot damage. On Alpha Bridge with Competent and Unforgiving, I got 2,899,272 damage output. With Alpha Bridge only with Competent, 2,662,180 damage output. Alpha Bridge without Competent and Unforgiving, just missing one segment, 2,430,660. Banshee just 3 pieces is 2,360,314, and Predator's mark is 2,990,216. So the same like that body shots. Predator's mark, if you hit every bullet, it's better than Alpha Bridge, but because of the bleed effect. Yeah, it's so close between Alpha Bridge and Predator's mark. We've just got Competent, you got 300k less damage just in the head. But I got no Brutal on my Alpha Bridge set, so if you got Brutal on it, yeah, Alpha Bridge is better than Predator's mark. The disadvantage on Alpha Bridge, you just got one weapon, so your ammo is every time, yeah, you need ammo the whole time with Alpha Bridge. With Banshee, you got 2, you can switch between both weapons, so it's better. So you can choose assault rifles and SMGs, not just SMGs. So that's the advantage on Banshee and Predator's mark. You can choose 2 weapon types. So Banshee is not that good than Alpha Bridge. Just if you use competent, and competent is just every time you use it every time. So Banshee 4-piece bonus can't get that numbers than Alpha Bridge with only competent. So Alpha Bridge is definitely better than Banshee. So, and between Predators mark and Alpha Bridge it's close. It's based on the situation you played and which players against you played. So, that's it. 25 minutes of summary of SMGs. It's enough, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I help you to switch or change your gear set types to the right thing. If you play with SMGs, choose Alpha Bridge and Predators mark. My opinion, don't use Banshee. You see it at the numbers, it's not that good. I got at every gear set items 5,850 firearms, so everything it's the same critical hit chance, same critical hit damage, same headshot damage, and Banshee can't get these numbers from Alpha Bridge and Predators mark. So go to this both builds, please. So I hope you enjoyed. Press the like button if you like it. More videos are coming. If you got questions, please write it in the comment section below. So have a nice day, guys. See you.